Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today we're going to talk about boiling salty water and to see how much water do you get from it in how much of a time. Because, yeah, it is something that a lot of preppers and survivalists talking about, but most of them don't really realize how slow and what kind of an effort this process will take. And yeah, I will show you in a minute what this whistling sound is. But before we start, if you're interested in survival courses in Belgium, there will be a link to my website called Survival Training België.be and also to my book called Bloody Crosses. So if you're interested, take a look. So, if you're wondering what that whistling sound is, it is a little contraption that I made to test out how much water does one gain from boiling salinate or salty water. And in what kind of situations could this be beneficial? In, of course, a place when you only have salt water. If you are stranded on an island, or you're stuck in a place where there is close to the sea, where there is only salt water flowing in the rivers and that kind of stuff. So yeah, in that kind of cases, or you live close to salt deposits that are salinating the water. So you need to get that salt out of it to make it drinkable. But yeah, there are some techniques that you can do by this. There are commercial filters that are able to desalinate water, but these commercial filters are very, very expensive and very complicated. So that's one thing. Another thing you can do is use a solar distillator. So yeah, that is just yeah, how do you say this? You take some brackish water, some salt water, and you put something that is translucent above it, and the solar and the heat of the sun will vaporize the water. It will get to the side and fall down as drinkable water, and the salt leaves behind in the first container. I got a similar thing going on, but instead of using the sun, I'm using a boiler. You can also do this with a campfire, but yeah, this is just for testing results to see how long it will take with a fire that is constantly. So imagine if it's a fire that is moving around, getting colder or hotter if there is wind or no wind, by the amount of fuel that you're going to use. So yeah, this could be a labor-intensive endeavor and depends on several factors. So this is like a lab result with constants. So as you can see, I just made something very how do you say this? Simple. That is just a tea kettle, a camping gas stove, and two canteen mugs, and yeah, a little handkerchief to catch up some of the vapor that is leaving. So as you can see, the kettle is now boiling. Steam gets out of the kettle. That's hence the whistling noise. It will get caught inside of the cup that is under an angle. So most of the condense and steam will get caught on the sides, will fall down, drip down, and will fall into this second canteen cup. I've been going on at it for started at, so now I've been boiling this water for about 7 to 8 minutes. So what result do we have in 7-8 minutes of boiling, by the way? So it took some time to get the boiling going, so there is steam, but as you can see, there will be a drop of drinkable water every 7 seconds. So yeah, sometimes a little bit more, because sometimes the drops get clogged together and fall faster, but the usual rate that I got here are 7 drops, 1 drop a 7 seconds. And we have been doing this for 8 minutes, 9 minutes now. So let's see how much water did we win from it. Yeah, as you can see, this is not that much of water, but it could be life-saving if you have no other source of fresh water like rain or plants or some caught rainwater somewhere. If you're on an island surrounded by only seawater, so this could be a lifesaver. But in contrary to what most people think, it's a process that needs your constant attention. Yeah, for example, if you're going to step away from this to do some other task, there is a chance that wind blows it over, or that it will fall a little bit to the sides, that the water does not fall efficiently inside of the second cup. Maybe you need to put fuel constantly to it, because yeah, if you're on an island or something, and you will not always have a camping stove like this, so you will have to find a source of fuel, most likely wood, and keep feeding the fire in an efficient way, by the way, that you get the most heat out of it. So yeah, and during this labor you will use water inside of your body by sweating and by time. So then you need to ask yourself the question, is it worth it? Can this be a life changer? Depends upon the situation. If you take into account all the factors that I talked about getting the wood, getting the fuel in a way that is efficient, and you need to constantly looking about it, because you also need to refuel this, because at a certain point there will be no water left and you will have only salt left over. So you also need to fill it up from moment to moment with some salt water. And yeah, as you can see, this could be something that can take a lot of time for a little bit of results. But that's where you need to decide, is it worth it? Can this extend the time that you're stuck somewhere till rescue comes to be able to live off desalinated water? Or is it better of an effort to go more inwards, or find another source of water, like catching fish or catching animals? And yeah, that's something that you need to decide at the moment. Is it worth it? Is it worth the effort for the outcome that you win? Because there is no use in trying to get a resource if the gaining of the resource takes more energy and effort and materials than you gain from it. So yeah, it is something that I wanted to take to do with this video. And by the way, the reason why I put this handkerchief above this is, it's a little bit hot, is to see how much water I could catch with it by catching all the steam. And it's nothing. So even all the steam that you can see that is forming on the side here, that is left over blowing from the inside here, yeah, you can wipe it and perhaps put it inside of this, but it's almost nothing. And as you can see, I'm gonna take this off, it's still going on a full steam. So imagine all the steam that is leaving. You would think, oh, that's all this water that I can catch. But if it's only for this, so to say, you need to be busy with it for hours and all this work that you have to do. So this video is not to say that it is not a viable option for survival. I'm just saying that there is a reality that we need to take into account, whether you should do it in the moment with the resources that you got at the moment, and if time is of the essence, or whether you're going to be rescued. That is a decision that you need to make in a survival scenario. So yeah, that is what I wanted to show you with this experiment. And yeah, I hope you will never have to be in a situation like this, where this could be a difference between life and death. But yeah, I'm going to take this off. A little bit silence. But on the front side with this experiment, now I have a nice cup of tea or three to look forward to. And yeah, and for all the people who say you only do this with a tea kettle and 2 canteens, of course you're not going to get much. Well, did this with what we call rich resources to do this. So imagine if you're stuck, stranded on an island, surrounded by seawater, and you don't even have a metal cups and a tea kettle. How difficult it would be to make this stuff and to keep it going from natural resources and materials. So yeah, even with this, it's a very meager result, and yeah, it's an option, but either you have to do multiple of these and keep it going, or you have to do it constantly with, like here, with the one resources that you got and can improvise at the moment, because this is all about improvisation. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Perhaps you got a better trick. For example, if we could perhaps put one of the handkerchief on top of the kettle and catch it like this, so that there is not that much steam getting lost, or how would you do it? Please let me know in the comments. I'm always eager to learn new techniques or ways that other people do it. And like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you in the next video. Cheers!